Hi, I'm Jan, and this month's small site build is a little sample store for selling art prints. Creative people often want a site where they can sell their work, and many end up on a hosted platform like Squarespace or Wix. Those services make it easy to get started, but can incur high monthly fees or sales commissions, so I wanted to try building a cheaper store as a static site. This site presents a series of prints on offer as if you're walking through an art gallery. You can click on an artwork to see it at a larger size, and if you find a piece you like, you can add a print of that to your shopping cart. For this demo site, the shopping cart is running in a test mode, so you won't actually be able to make a purchase, but you can see what the experience would be like. I built this site in the Origami site design language, and the structure of the entire site is defined in this one file. We can view that as a diagram like this. There's a folder with assets like style sheets, the home page that shows the gallery of prints, the web pages for each individual print, and finally the actual artwork images. For this site, I collected some public domain artwork from sites like the US National Gallery of Art. I put those in a folder called Images, then captured some data about the images in a YAML file that's used in two different ways. One, the data is fed into a template to produce the homepage gallery, and two, this formula produces an HTML page in the prints area for each artwork in the data. To implement the shopping cart, I tried out a service called SnipCart because it's specifically focused on this scenario of a static website with a shopping cart. They only handle the financial portion of a transaction. So if you were selling physical products like art prints, it would be on you to fulfill orders by producing the actual products and sending them to customers. As of this recording, SnipCart charges a 2% sales commission or a minimum of $20 per month. That's not nothing, but seems cheaper than what the hosting platforms generally offer. And with this approach, you end up conducting business on a site you control, which seems invaluable to me. I'm happy with how the design of the gallery turned out. Horizontal scrolling doesn't always work well, but I thought it was worth it for this gallery effect. I found a color palette I liked on Color Lovers and paired that with the free Aleo font from Google Fonts. To create a sense of being in a physical space with a light source in the upper left, I added box shadows on the bottom and right of the artwork and a background color gradient that gets darker as you go towards the bottom right. This site also gave me a chance to play with a new CSS feature called View Transitions, which let you indicate how elements on one page should animate across a navigation into elements on a separate page. When you click or tap on an image in the gallery, it zooms into the full image even though that's on a separate page. And when you navigate back, the image zooms out to its original location in the gallery page. That's crazy. At the moment, this is only available on Chromium browsers, but it is a nice effect. I will say that even this simple zoom effect was not easy for me to produce. There's not a lot of documentation yet, and I struggled to figure out how to make this work. But view transitions are going to be a welcome addition to a web designer's toolbox, and one more reason to just build your site as a fast, simple, multi-page website. To host static sites, I normally use Netlify, but this time I thought I'd take another try at using GitHub Pages via GitHub Actions. I was able to get that to work, although again, I can't say it was easy. I spent a lot of time trying to piece together a functioning GitHub Actions configuration file from a variety of examples, and that took more iteration than I would have liked. Overall, this site came out pretty well, and I think services like SnipCart represent a great model for letting you build a site that's 95% static resources under your own control, and where you use a third-party service for just the complex things like financial transactions.